And welcome to the Real Estate U Show at REUWorldwide.com. I'm E.L. Crane. I'll explain these other two people and the person that's missing in a moment. We're in our Homes and Land Studios powered by Monarch Title of Texas, live stream on the HughesNet satellite network. And as you see, we got new opening credits. We have to pay tribute to our executive producer.
We do.
Yes, he did a wonderful job.
Mr. Get Up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. like he don't have no life. I don't know what well, then again, we'll talk about that later. Okay.
That's a discussion for a different time.
There we go. RUWorldwide.com and RealEstateUShow.com. You can see us live on YouTube, all the social media channels and the streaming channels, which we'll get into later on. Now, the RU Show brought to you by Platinum One Properties, a premier real estate firm headquartered in Houston, Texas, creating a standard in real estate representation, buying, selling, leasing, and investing in real estate. We're here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. till Central Time, noon Eastern Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And the first hour is brought to you by our good friend, Alta Homes, out in beautiful Conroe.
Yes.
Yes, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. And you can see them at myaltahomes.com, and you can follow us on Instagram at Real Estate U Show. That is the letter U. Don't be a dummy and spell out U. All right. Our studio includes industry leaders and others that's incomparable in the marketplace. Real Estate U is about real estate, mortgages, new construction, commercial real estate, and financing the entrepreneurs which drive our economy. As you know, I'm joined by our very esteemed, award-winning real estate broker owner, the beautiful, the dynamic, the kind, warm, Spanglish-speaking realtor queen, Dina Ramos of Platinum One Properties.
Thank you for that.
Yes, we love her in spite of her queendom. Okay. And you can learn more about Platinum One Properties and our host Dina Ramos. She's also the host of the Realtor Rant. But you're going to at PlatinumOneProperties.com. Spell out one. Don't be a dummy. Put the number one. Just spell out one. Platinum Properties. And I'm also joined by our Mortgage Solution Pro. That woman is in Florida.
She is. She's up on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, she's in Florida, and she was bragging about the weather.
She normally sits here.
Yeah, she's right there. She's not there. She's over there. Okay.
Taking in some sun rays and just relaxing, I'm sure.
But she is the one. She is our Solution Pro, Mortgage Solution Pro with My Mortgage Inc. and our Real Estate Sales Pro, Chris Blackwell of One Innovative Group, powered by Platinum One Properties. Can't you tell? He's the REU Show cute one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody's learned that.
Yeah,
they got eyes.
Yeah, they got eyes.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
He embraces himself.
He does.
Okay?
Confidence is the number
confidence.
one.
That's right. You got to be a confident, something like that. So the cute one don't have no problem telling everybody he the cute one. Okay,
that's right.
If you're gonna own it, you better claim it and
own
it.
Yes.
Don't be shy about it either.
Are you family consider Monarch Title of Texas, Alta Homes, the Real LLC, Homes and Land Luxury Magazine, the Luxury Institute, and our preferred commercial lender, Osborne Advisors. Now, we don't want to forget our producer, Michelle Sklar.
No, we do not.
We don't forget Michelle, right? Because Michelle is the one who wrecks the car. Okay? And Stephen is the one who fixed the car.
Yes, correct.
Okay? Now, but they figured out how to be co-pilots and everything's right.
One's navigating and one's driving.
There you go. We got
It's kind of like my parents when we'd go on family vacation as a child. My mother had the map and my dad drove, and it was fighting all the way.
There you go.
And we're not going to talk about them references for those of you who are a little bit younger. A map was a piece of paper you had to pull out to see where you were going.
It wasn't your GPS on the phone.
No, there was no phone. There was no phone.
Yeah.
It was a piece of paper and a stop and ask for directions.
That's right.
There you go.
My father refused to stop and ask.
Yeah, my stepdad did. He wasn't trying to hear that either. Today's Real Estate U Show topic: remodeling, investing, and fixing flips. Okay?
Yes.
So remember, the Real Estate U Show is the only DBM hosted multimedia real estate show in the world, and you're welcome. Damn it!
And please remind the people what DBM is.
Disgruntled black man, but I'm not angry.
Yeah, because if he was angry, we might not have this show.
Yeah, we might not even be sitting next to him.
Yeah. Like that, So our weekly goals: educating, inspiring, motivate. Class is now in session. You can listen to our previous shows on the RealEstateUShow.com website and our YouTube TV channel. As you know, each week we go on a Real Estate U coach trip via City of the East to share available properties for sale nationwide and worldwide. Now, this is the only thing that Dina, Chris, and Jennifer allowed me to do unsupervised.
And this week it must be really bad because Jennifer had to go to Florida.
Yeah, Jennifer's not here, so
He had more time on his hands, people.
Kind of true. But you got to remember, it's my job to bring the masses
is.
information about real estate.
To educate.
Yes. So we're going to start with our first one. I have a 4-bedroom, 8 bath,
Wow.
14,137 square foot home for $19,950,000 with an easy to maintain payment of $117,150. I got the 150.
Oh, you got the 150?
I got the 150 this
Oh,
week.
you go in a 1, I can bring in a 50.
Oh, there we go. I got the 100, he
Then
got the
what the
50.
heck am I gonna do?
You got the 100.
You got the big part, Mel. That's why you're the broker owner.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, that payment per month is in the town of Crapo, Maryland.
Crapo.
Crapo, Maryland. And
Oh.
let me show you what you get in Crapo, Maryland. Okay? You're going to love what you get in. Look at that.
Oh, looky
Oh.
there.
Look at that. In Crapo, Maryland.
Well, Crapo got some nice old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crapo, Maryland. Look at that.
Oh, you ain't got. Oh, that's your big. That spa looks almost like a pool.
Exactly.
I thought
right,
so.
yeah.
Maybe
That
it's a
don't look like no
children's
crap.
pool.
There's too many
Or is it
chairs,
spa?
though. Look at your view from your backyard.
Wow.
Yeah, I only need one.
You only need one chair.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm
One
good.
chair. One chair. Look at that. You got
Is
your
that
own
your golf
personal
course?
putting green.
Oh, you putting green.
You got
Okay.
your putting green out there.
This is why this is 19 million.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that.
I'm still stuck
That's the
on
gazebo.
like double the amount of baths to the
Yeah.
bedrooms.
Oh, yeah.
I
8
was
bath,
thinking
4
about
bedroom.
that too.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that. You too can live like this.
Yes.
For the low payment.
There you go. Of $117,150. Look at that kitchen. I cook in that kitchen all day
Oh,
long.
nice.
I
Look
cook in
at
it, but I don't
that.
want to
Look
clean
at
it.
that.
Look at it.
Dina,
gotta
there you
love
go.
this.
You can be on cleaning duty, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause-
As long as y'all cook.
Look here. Outdoor
clean.
kitchen.
Yeah. Oh, see, I like the outdoor room.
That's
too.
very nice out there.
Oh, you got your own
medias.
private.
Yeah.
Private media
Screening.
room. Yeah, look at that. My movies.
And people, you can use that screening room to watch the Real Estate U show. Just
Yes,
gonna
you
put
can.
that out
That's
there.
right. You
Yeah,
can stream
I know.
live. Look at the wine room.
See, now we know that that woman could tear
That
it
woman,
up,
that she did.
Yeah.
and Dina could assist.
I will help.
Now she'll help.
We'll put a dent in that.
There you go.
Just a small
Now,
one.
would you like to know how the name Crapo came into being?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Educate us.
The name Crapo comes from crapaude, Crapaud, which is the French word for toad.
For Toad?
Toad.
Like a frog.
Like
Oh.
toad. Like a toad. Yes.
Well, we did learn something new.
We did.
There you go. Now, we have, we're going to take a break before I get into our International City Week and our HAR. So I just want everybody to know that I'm E.L. Crane and they are not.
That's very true.
But I am Chris Blackwell of One Innovative Group.
Yes, he is.
Also known as the cute one.
The
Yes.
cute one. Yeah. And this is Dina Ramos, broker owner of the divine broker owner of Platinum One Properties. Okay. And we are here in the Homes and Lands Luxury Magazine studios, powered by Monarch Tyler, Texas. And we have our amazing executive producer, Stephen. I'm obsessive Blackwell.
But thank you for your obsessiveness, because our show keeps
He
getting
did
better
a
every
wonderful
week.
job. I mean, you can't imagine. People, you don't have any idea what this man has done behind the scenes to make us look better.
Yes.
The cute one, he was fine on his own. Me and Dina needed help.
We needed some
Yeah.
help.
We needed
and
help.
I told him, you know,
Yeah.
you got to get some filters and stuff.
Yeah,
on.
all
I
right,
don't
that's that.
know.
But the cute one, he was so we want you to like, subscribe, and share the Real Estate U Show and hit that bell. But like, subscribe, and share Real Estate U Show, hit that bell. So we're going to take a break, come back, we're going to finish up City of the Week and our Home of the Week in HAR.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Hi, I'm Naomi, founder of Butler Media, a digital marketing and graphic design agency. We're built for small business owners who want professional marketing that gives them an edge. Reaching the right customer with the right message at the right time is the lifeblood of any successful business. We specialize in design, development, and implementation of proven online marketing strategies in order to grow your business. Whatever you need, we can help your business find success in today's competitive marketplace. Butler Media. Start here, go anywhere.
Are you looking for the best mortgage loans available nationwide? Welcome to My Mortgage Inc., led by award-winning mortgage expert Jennifer Nina, with expertise in both Florida and Texas markets, and a national team for all your mortgage needs. Now you can borrow with confidence. Whether buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you deserve the very best mortgage solutions available, whether it's for new construction, luxury, or an investment property. As a long-time mortgage specialist, Jennifer has built her lender reputation on getting the deal done. And you want to know the best part? By working with Jennifer and My Mortgage Inc., you gain access to the REU RMG, an international invitation-only multimedia platform offering exclusive real estate buying and selling resources, business alliances, and so much more. Doesn't get better than that. My Mortgage Inc. We treat your mortgage like our mortgage. Find out more information at yourmortgagepro.biz today.
The mighty trio.
Yes. And here we are.
Yes.
And we're back, and bills are paid, and I'm stuck in the studio with these people.
You so lucky.
You are.
I'm lucky.
You lucky you here on a Saturday with Dina and myself.
That what you go with?
Very much so.
We're sprinkling our positivity on you.
I don't want it.
Giving
man.
you some
I don't
good
want it.
vibes.
It's too
I don't
bad.
want
It's
it.
too bad. It's going on. It's going on.
So let us continue our city of the week, and then we'll get to our local house of the week.
Okay.
Internationally, I have a 4-bedroom, 10-bath.
10.
So now you had 2 times. Now you got 2.5 baths per bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have 4-bedroom, 10-bath, 10,000 square foot penthouse
Oh.
Wow.
with amazing views of London
Okay.
at a discounted sales price of $16,901,000 with a very sustainable monthly payment of $109,213.76.
So let me ask you, is that in British pounds or is that in U.S. dollars?
U.S. dollars.
Okay.
US
We done did the
dollars.
conversion for you.
And would you like to know where this beautiful penthouse is?
Well, apparently it's somewhere in London because it got views. But
Yeah.
yes.
It's in nasty England. Okay?
Is that why we migrated here? Because of nasty England?
Nasty England. Okay? Look at that. Look at the views
Oh.
from your penthouse.
You got to views the eye.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yes.
Look, you don't got your own shed up on the penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Wow.
Look at it. Look at that. All
Wow.
that. And the floor to ceiling windows all the way around.
You know, the chair looks big enough for you.
Oh, look at that. Just lay it all out.
Is that
Just be
purple
happy.
velvet, sir?
Yeah, just be happy.
Why not?
Yeah, just be happy. Look at that kitchen.
Look, and there's no bar stool, so you
None.
love
None.
it.
I love that
Not
right there.
one
That was my
bar
first
stool.
picture. Not one.
He's like,
Look at that room. Look
Oh,
at the,
see,
look
there
at
you
that. That's
go.
what you outside.
oh,
That's
gorgeous.
super cool. Man,
I still
love
like
that
the
view.
fact that you can see the eye and everything.
That's the bathroom.
Oh,
The bath and the shower.
wow.
Look at the stair. Yeah.
Get you some
This is the
stairs.
penthouse. A 10,000 square foot penthouse.
Wow.
Look at that view. That's your
Now,
deck.
I mean,
Oh.
That's your
I'm
deck.
talking about the
Because
views,
that's across
everything
the
here.
saying that the river, nasty is on this side.
The nice part's on the other
Oh,
side.
yeah, nasty
So
on
you
this
get
side.
you live in nasty,
I
but
live
you
in
get the
nasty.
view of the
Yeah,
good
I get the
side.
view
It's
inside.
expensive to live in nasty.
Yes,
It is.
Yeah.
You too can live like this in nasty England.
Wow.
So how did it get determined as nasty?
It has no explanation.
I guess the name says everything.
The name took care of all that.
Wow.
So, I mean, but if you want to live in nasty England, in a 10,000 square foot penthouse with 4 bedroom, 10 bath, we got you.
Okay.
Hey.
Dina Ramos can get you a
I
contract.
will.
Yes, she
wanna
can.
negotiate
Yeah,
over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. We
She'll get that conversion rate out
I
and everything
will.
for you.
And then I'll be calling Chris. Chris, can you get your spreadsheet out real quick?
Yes.
We'll be on a
There you go.
conference call if we have to.
There you
Exactly.
go. And the whole thing is, remember, this is Real Estate Show. So like, subscribe, and share, and hit the button.
Hit that notification
The
bell.
notification bell, and we go from there. Now, we have our local home of the week.
Okay.
I have a 7 bedroom, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, 12,954 square foot home on 9.63 acres for $4,100,000 with a payment of $27,140.39. Because I helped out on the first one, all I got is 39 cents this time.
Okay.
All right.
I
I
understand.
need some help with the 140. Okay. Then it got to 27,000. Okay. Now, this house is at 405 West Spreading Oaks Avenue in Friendswood, Texas.
Okay.
Friendswood.
I was wondering where you got 9 acres at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendswood, Texas.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, look, you got the beach, not the
Oh, you
beach,
got
but
all
the
that, yes.
tanning ledge in your
Mhm.
pool. I love those windows on the second floor.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous floors. Look at those beams.
That's
Oh,
my closet. That's my closet.
That is
David.
more of a Crane household looking closet.
So-
Yeah, with a TV in it. That's right.
Exactly. So
Look at that bedroom.
Friendswood is about 30 minutes from Galveston Island
Yes.
and about the same distance from downtown
Houston,
Houston.
that's
So it's
right.
right in
Very
the
Right in the
convenient.
middle.
Right.
Mhm, Yeah. Look at their rooms. Look at that.
Chandeliers.
Steam room.
Okay, I was wondering
Private
if
steam
that was
room.
like a
Mm-hmm.
private steam and your is that
Or
your
Silence
closet?
of the Lamb. You know, whatever.
yeah.
So what is this room? Is this just like a?
This is a great room.
A great room?
That looks
Okay.
out over to the pool. Yeah. Hanging out.
So if you
Living
want some
room.
acreage, give me a call. I don't live far from there.
Yeah, and you can
My
reach
home doesn't look like that though, but you know.
and you can reach Dina at 877-852-4401,
Right.
option 2, and she'd be happy to go show you.
I would love to go show that
Yeah.
house.
And like, the whole thing is contact our extraordinary broker owner of Platinum Wood Properties.
Exactly.
For more information, he gave you the 800. I'm going to give you the cell, 832-646-9054, 832-646-9054. And if she's busy, you can call where?
877-852-4401.
She does answer and she does return phone calls.
Yes.
That has been our Cities of the Week and our local House of the Week. I'm E.L. Crane, they are not. This is the Real Estate You Show here each and every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. But I want to do 1 o'clock Atlantic time.
Why you want to do 1 o'clock at
Yeah.
night?
That's Atlantic. Atlantic, Eastern, Central, Pacific. But I actually want to do Atlantic, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, and Hawaii.
Sir,
He just
you're going to
wants-
start confusing me.
Yeah.
Like,
This is like a job.
I'm glad you know these times because
He's a cute one. He doesn't need to be worried about.
Oh, he'll be
all
worried about
that.
the
Yeah,
stuff like that?
no.
That's too much.
I'll put it on the calendar and it'll convert it for you.
Okay. Now remember, today's show is about remodeling,
Yes.
Yeah.
investing, fixing and flipping, and stuff like that. And we do have those in the studio who can really take your hand and lead you where you want to go in regard to investing in real estate, fixing and flipping, and updating real estate, because it's a process. It's not just
It is not HGTV, people.
It is not.
Thank you. It is not.
I know that HGTV has a lot of people thinking that it's just simple thing that I get this contract and it's really easy, and then I'm going to flip this in 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks later I'm going to have a contract and make $50,000.
No, that is not how it works, people.
Yeah.
It's called work, and it takes expertise, and it takes guidance, and it takes
a
counseling,
team.
and it takes a team.
It does take a team.
To facilitate these things happening in your best interest and for your benefit. That's what it's all about.
That's a great way to
that's
put
what
it.
we're going to talk about today in regard to remodeling or investment, or fixing and flipping, or investing and holding.
Yeah.
It's the same lane, it just takes different turns.
Exactly.
And it's, a lot of times you'll hear us talk about your exit strategy.
Yes.
And that's what EO's talking about, whether, it is the fixing or flipping, if you're going to buy and hold it for
Yeah.
a few years.
Yeah.
And but those are just different terminologies, I guess, to
There
say.
you go. And that's one of the things we're going to do. Now, one of the things, but I have to bring you up to speed on this.
Oh.
All right. I went to the Remodelers Council meeting via Zoom at the Greater Houston Builders Association. And I'm not normally a participant. Let's start right there.
Did they let you participate?
They let me participate because, I'm on
The moderator didn't.
No, I'm on the Sales and Marketing Council board, so I'm allowed to dive in there. Okay. So I asked the question, and then I'm going to ask you guys the same question. I said, so let me get this straight. You remodel a house. What percentage are you adding on to the materials you bought? You're not supposed to ask that question. I asked it anyway.
Did they answer you?
No, so I answered for them. I said, you look like a person that adds 25%. I don't want to work with you because I think you're gouging me. You look like a person that's willing to go, 20% above cost.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that percentage, all right, above cost.
Yes.
Not 25% of the value of it. I want 25% above cost.
Yeah.
Or 20% of cost. So then the person that was leading the meeting said, E.O. Crane, get off this phone call.
Oh, they asked you to leave.
They asked me to get off the phone call. I said, did I say something wrong? Yeah, you can't be telling people about their money, how much money you want to make. No, I said how much money I want to spend. I ain't think how much money I want to make, okay? I'm just letting them know if they want to work with me, I'm only willing to spend this amount. E.L., thank you for joining us today.
Please exit the building.
No, they
Oh, they just
muted
canceled
him or
you.
just
No, they hit me. I don't even know how you do that.
They knocked you off?
They knocked me off. My cold
Oh,
screen went
wow.
blank and stuff like that.
You were
And I tried to log
expelled.
back in. I was blocked from logging in and everything.
They're like, no, we're not going to readmit him into this call.
Oh, they probably had to take a little short break over there.
I was like, what the hell? So after it was over, I said, why'd you do that? Because you was going to start a problem today that I wasn't in the mood to fix.
Oh my God.
Well, at least they were honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. I said, so I'm not going to take it personal. He says, good, because it was personal on my end.
Oh man. I know, it sounded like it.
Wow.
Hey, such evil people. I don't know.
They just weren't ready for you.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Their preparedness was not prepared.
No, they were not.
So, before we go to break, Chris, your investor clients are pursuing fix and flips, okay?
Yes.
What advice are you providing when it comes to remodeling the home for the fix and flip?
One of the biggest pieces of advice that we can give a client is make sure that they're evaluating the comps in the neighborhood.
Yes.
We do not want to see a client go in and spend or create a budget for a project that's way over what that community can even help.
Right.
And that's the reason why a lot of times whenever we're doing our competitive market analysis or CMAs, we don't just simply send the one that just has simple numbers on it.
Right.
We'll actually do the more in-depth analysis for them that actually includes pictures of the comps in the area. So that way they can actually see, okay, this is what this sold for, but it has, granite countertops, it has, higher end flooring, higher end fixtures, or maybe for this neighborhood, that's not what that needs. Maybe it is a cheaper granite, maybe it's, luxury vinyl plank. So that way then they can actually come up with a reasonable budget.
Okay, good for you. See, now that's the dynamic of having a team.
Correct.
You need representation, you need understanding of the marketplace, but most importantly, you need to understand the value of what you're putting into a house so that you not over-improve it where you're not going to get your money back.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing.
Because I saw a house over in the museum district, prior to the museum district being the museum district. This guy built a 7,000 square foot home in that area at the time, and his house cost like $2 million, but the highest value house before that, 800,000.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
And
You don't want to overprice yourself.
Yeah, you do not want to do that.
When you over improve,
Yes.
you set yourself up. Now, if you plan on living there the rest of your life,
Exactly.
so on, then that's just fine. But again, our clients can do what they want.
Yeah.
But we're going to educate you guys.
Yeah.
And if you
Or
want to
why
over
not?
improve, you do it. We're not
Yeah.
going to stop you. This is something you want to do. But if you're thinking, hey, I may want to sell this later, this is why it's so important to
Yes.
heed the advice of your professionals. That's it.
And the whole thing is, listen to the professionals. That's what I say. Listen to the professional. They spend so much time, as you say, HGTV and Googling this and Googling that. I say this all the time, and I'm not supposed to. That doesn't make you any smarter. It just means you got some more information. That's all that means. It doesn't make you any smarter. You just got some more information. Now remember, this is the Real Estate U Show. You got to like, subscribe, and share.
Hit that
notification bell.
Yes.
Stuff like that, because we've been stuck on subscribers for a couple of days, and I don't like that. Y'all making me mad. Okay, y'all need to do better.
You do not want the DBM mad.
No, you
Remember,
do
not.
he's disgruntled,
Not
but he ain't angry.
But I have the capacity to get angry. Right?
Yes, he does, but he's not going to do that because we really do appreciate everyone who tunes in, and even if you're only able to tune in for a little bit, but if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, we really do appreciate it.
Okay.
It means a lot.
She does. I don't.
I know it does.
Whatever, damn it.
It's important. Education is so important in this.
Well, that's true.
It is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of education, our good friend Tara, she has an open house today in Tomball.
Okay.
It's at 20406 Noble Arabian Drive. I like that name.
Noble.
Noble
Arabian.
Noble Arabian, yes.
Sounds
Drive.
fancy.
In
He has
Tomball.
just moved, but he might move again.
Yeah, 77577 is for $525,000. It has a swimming pool,
Okay.
and it's over in Amara. It's over that area.
Oh,
over there.
yeah, that's nice.
It's really nice over there. So our good friend here is having an open house today. So I'm E.L. Crane. They are not. This is the Real Estate U Show, brought to you by Platinum One Properties, a premier real estate firm in Texas, led by the amazingly divine Dina Ramos. You know, she's just who she is. And then she got the cute one over here, one of the properties.
Yes.
You know, he do what he do, and we're gonna take a break.
Time.
It is. It really is.
If she has, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
We're back, and bills is paid, and we are in a position to not be forgiving, because I'm not asking for forgiveness.
We're
I'm
not,
sorry.
you know,
No.
and sometimes what, I guess the bottom line for anything is that people make mistakes, whatever, but when somebody's giving you kindness, doing favors for you, folks, be kind and say thank you once in a while.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ramos.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you,
not
Chris.
old. Nobody's old
Thank
anything.
you, Chris. Thank you.
Yes, I have to work with these people every week.
Thank you, EL.
He's very lucky,
We're practicing.
and he knows that we love
We're
him.
practicing.
The luck is real. The luck
It
is real.
is.
And somebody has a birthday coming up in this room.
Oh,
I don't know.
there you go.
Last time I checked, it was a DBM. But
Yeah, well, it'll be alcohol involved. How is Platinum One Properties? Tina, how is Platinum One Properties different from other brokerages when it comes to representing investors' interests?
I think first of all, we look at this as a long-term relationship with this investor. Okay, so we're not just trying to make a quick buck and throw some numbers at somebody. We do take time to analyze the property, do a project analysis for them,
Right.
not just the CMAs on through the HAR system. So they need to know what the sales comps look like. They need to know what rental comps look like. They need to know what the neighborhood stats are, income, renters versus owners in that area, etc. All the information that we can gather helps the investor make a good decision. Is this a good flip to work on,
Right.
or is this something I just want to hold on to for a number of years and let it appreciate and gain great rental rates on this area? So one innovative group of Platinum One is just focused on maintaining these relationships, building the relationships, and then our property management department That's a whole separate department. We bring them in because we have vetted contractors and inspectors who will go out to the properties very quickly for us and give an overview of what the property will need for the after repair value. So when you hear of the ARV, that is the after repair value of the property. And this is very important, whether it's a hard money lender or if you're going through a renovation loan to try and achieve your goal. They will be needing this information, and it has to be accurate.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Because one of the things that I know for a fact, when I use the word warm in describing Dina, it's because of her impact.
Yes.
She embraces the whole process on behalf of the client. And you have to be invested, both personally and professionally, to make sure that the client is fully taken care of. That's one of the things. That's why I asked that question as we was going into this whole thing. Now, my friend over here.
I love the way he looked.
Yeah, my friend over here. All right.
That'd be me.
Yeah. The one who raises more hell with waiters and waitresses than I do.
Do not go to eat with these two unless you're fully prepared
For excellent service.
Excellent
Well,
service,
the
yes.
service should be excellent. That's
Yeah.
all there is to it.
Yeah, be ignoring us. The hell wrong with these people?
I mean, how could they ignore
Yeah,
all of this?
yeah,
I mean,
well,
no one can ignore all
it's
this.
like,
And this one has no problem getting off the table to go find his
That's right.
waiter or waitress and see what happened. Where did they get lost?
Like, where the hell did you go?
Yeah. Did
you
quit?
get lost?
Did you quit? We need to know if you quit or not.
He'll be finding them in the parking lot on their smoking break and stuff. And
If I gotta go find my own pitcher of tea,
Yeah.
you know your tip has just went down a little bit.
There you go. There you go. Now, Chris, one of the things that you are different about in regards to representation is your thoroughness. Okay, and he's Mr. Analyzer. He analyzes the numbers off the paper, people. Okay.
He does. He really
Well, that's
does.
what our clients are looking for. And I think that's the reason why our clients come back to us is because we're not just going, oh, this is what you want. Here's something
exactly.
quick little thing.
Exactly.
We're actually going to spend some time to put it into our property analyzer and send you numbers to kind of go, look, here's, like Dina was talking about, here's the comps for after repair. Here's the comps for like what's needing to be upgraded, and here's what they look like. So that way we can put that in there, so that way you can see whether the deal makes sense or not. And we try to, it's ultimately the client's decision, but we're going to look through it and really present that to you, so that way you can make the best decision for your property and for your financial well-being.
Absolutely.
And that's and it's a dynamic, and it's purposeful.
Yes.
It's done with strategies in mind. And speaking of strategies, what strategy do you provide in finding houses for the investor remodeler? What are you bringing to the table to help them understand what their goals are?
Well, we're really looking at, off-market properties. We're looking at things that, a lot of people are looking for, the homes that need to be flipped. Is there any value-added items that you can do? Maybe that there's, it has an oversized lot that you want to add on to an extra room to increase your square footage. But we're really looking at all those different types of properties to make sure that you're getting, to your goals.
Okay. So, one of the things I say I can't be a landlord in Texas. Too many rules.
Well, and that's the reason why we always reiterate that we have property management.
Yeah.
Yes, because I sure needed it.
So that way you don't have to deal with those people that just don't show up to their appointments at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, or
Like this morning.
like me, I wanted people to. The fact that you can't take the door off the hinges, that just bothers me.
Exactly. He wants
Sir, we discussed this. I was in a rental this morning that the tenant hasn't moved in yet, so the HVAC has been turned off,
Right.
and it was 50 degrees this morning
Oh, wow.
without it. So you take that door off, it's going to be a little bit cooler than 50 degrees in the house.
Punish him. Hey, you ready to be punished? That's right, people.
Be on time.
But it's the same thing. Like, you wouldn't represent yourself in a divorce and all this stuff. You get somebody that
Yeah,
does this every
yeah.
day. The same thing with property management. It's not for the weak, I'm telling you.
No.
And if you're emotionally vested in this property,
Yeah.
it creates a weird dynamic between you and the tenant, especially if there's anything that just goes awry. And
See, I was a novice at the time.
Yeah.
I thought I had to do everything because I was my dad, my stepdad. They did everything.
Yeah.
So I thought I had to do everything. So
But you learned better of your ways.
Yeah, that's why I sold that thing.
And I mean, but that's what we're talking about. I mean, we have clients that live in duplexes.
Yes.
That they brought us on, and we actually ended up kicking out the tenant that lived on the other half, and the new tenant doesn't even know that they own the building. I'm like, if you want to complain about the property management company, just like the tenant,
Yeah.
let them complain. If you want to talk a little smack too. But then that gives them a degree of separation to where
Yes, that's- you have
they're
to
not
have
coming
that.
and harassing them.
You really do have to have that those degrees of separation, because that's where I got hung up at. You know, there were some that I liked and some I didn't like, and the other ones I wanted to slip and fall. It was just a variety.
You know
of
what's
things.
something funny is that it's actually a couple, and so the wife of this couple, we were showing for their personal home, and she was complaining about the tenants being, I guess, noisy coming in the middle of the night, because it's two guys in their 20s.
Right.
So, you know, I'm sure they're out enjoying their evening.
Yeah.
And since it's a duplex and they're connected, she was like, you know what, I'm gonna be glad when we got her, you know, a single family, because you know them tenants next door. But she goes, I sure do love the fact that they pay their rent on time.
Yeah, it is. You can do, but see, that reminds me of my sister in New Orleans. My oldest sister, she's an advocate for the poor.
Yes.
I don't know who raised her. I really don't. Okay, so she's
Not
an
Ella
advocate-
Rose?
She wasn't listening to Ella Rose or my dad. I don't know who she was listening to. So anyway, she's an advocate for the poor. And so she had an opportunity to buy an apartment complex, all right,
Okay.
over in New Orleans. So this is pre-Katrina. Katrina took it out. Anyway, she bought a 24-unit apartment complex. And so I was teased. I said, yeah, Miss Advocate for the Poor.
Until you own it.
Yeah, until you own it, right? She said, I said, so what you going to do if they need some help? Oh, if they live in my place, they either pay my rent or they got to get out. I said, you ain't going to be an advocate for the poor? No, I'm an advocate for the poor when other people doing something to them, not when I'm doing something to myself.
Well, you know, just like we mentioned a few shows ago, is that here in Harris County in Houston, tenants really weren't able to get that assistance until
Right.
we actually went and filed for the eviction cases.
Right.
So that's the reason why we filed the you know, everything to the T, so that way, you know, you got till the 3rd to pay. On the 4th, you're getting your notice, your 3-day notice to vacate.
Right.
So that way, if we decide to go file for eviction cases, yes, you've received your notice. I mean, but
Get
that's
out.
like the biggest thing.
Get out.
Pay or move
Well,
it.
you know, I was, again, going back to the property management department that we have, you know, so I went along with Stephen Blackwell to the eviction hearing of a client, and I was really amped up, expecting a lot of yelling and anger. I don't know what I thought, you know, my mind, because I've seen it before.
Right.
And it was the most amazing, peaceful event that, you know, he went up to the client, how are you doing today? He, you know, advised her, you know, that, you know, this, you know, so long as she followed through with her service, she applied for rental assistance and received it. So it was just very...
No throwing out.
No, it was very...
No.
So she paid her rent, got caught up, and never was late again. And that was a wonderful
No
experience.
dragging them out of the courtroom.
No, and then she actually even asked to be represented on a home purchase. So.
Right. That's. I mean, so it was
Because she
really
was treated
great.
with respect and fairness.
Exactly. Fairness goes a long way. But I'll tell you on the flip side of that, we had a tenant that had, without anyone's knowledge, some rather large dogs in the
Wow.
house, destroyed a good amount of the house, and the deposit did not cover
Right.
the repairs that were done. So, you know, rather than say tough luck to the owner, Stephen went ahead and filed some collection, you know, for the amount that was over the deposit
Yes, you
that
gotta
was
protect your
owed.
interest. You gotta protect your interest.
So next time this person decides to rent or buy or do anything, that'll be on his credit report, and you just don't want that.
Right.
So as a renter, you know, I know it's not your house, but you need to keep in mind as a renter, a tenant, that you want to maintain good, responsible behaviors, because it follows you
Yeah.
for years to come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell. This is the Real Estate U Show. I'm joined by Dina Ramos of Platinum One Properties, and my good friend Chris Blackwell of One Innovative, because you know he's the cute one, you know, and we got shirts on order. For that
I've been
same
hearing this
doing,
for a little bit. I mean,
you know,
when they
and
coming in?
COD. It's COD. Okay.
He wants one for every day of the week too.
Okay. So I'm E.L. Crane. They're not. Like, subscribe, share. We're gonna take a break.
I'm Naomi, founder of Butler Media, a digital marketing and graphic design agency. We're built for small business owners who want professional marketing that gives them an edge. Reaching the right customer with the right message at the right time is the lifeblood of any successful business. We specialize in design, development, and implementation of proven online marketing strategies in order to grow your business. Whatever you need, we can help your business find success in today's competitive marketplace. Butler Media. Start here, go anywhere.
Are you looking for the best mortgage loans available nationwide? Welcome to My Mortgage Inc., led by award-winning mortgage expert Jennifer Nina, with expertise in both Florida and Texas markets, and a national team for all your mortgage needs. Now you can borrow with confidence. Whether buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you deserve the very best mortgage solutions available, whether it's for new construction, luxury, or an investment property. As a long-time mortgage specialist, Jennifer has built her lender reputation on getting the deal done. And you want to know the best part? By working with Jennifer and My Mortgage Inc., you gain access to the REU RMG, an international invitation-only multimedia platform offering exclusive real estate buying and selling resources, business alliances, and so much more. Doesn't get better than that. My Mortgage Inc. We treat your mortgage like our mortgage. Find out more information at yourmortgagepro.biz today.
Wow.
We back.
We back, and because Dina was planning her schedule of dates this week, lunch dates and breakfast dates and dinner dates, and
I know.
Did you hear all that? That was
I mean,
just
she
too
ain't
much.
invited us to dinner in a while.
Nothing.
I mean,
They are something. See, the thing is, when you work with a bunch of cuteness and
Realness?
what is this? His sweetness.
It's
My
everybody's
sweetness
weakness.
is their
When
weakness.
they're going to be in all your business, and they're eavesdropping on every phone call. They're even trying to read your emails sometimes, and then questioning it.
Look
They-
here,
it's
so
not like-
she
they're
knows
not doing it
better
behind
to
your
be
back.
next
They're
to
doing
us.
it in your
Yes.
face. They're doing it in your face.
but see, that's the good part is we're not behind your back.
No,
Yeah.
that's true.
We just
You
right
need
here
to look at
going,
this.
They're just right there.
man, why are you trying to hide it? Just,
No,
you might as well turn that crap
I don't
around.
even try to hide it. I do make
Yeah.
the screen
We
larger.
here to help you.
And see, the other thing too is we was holding a sidebar conversation and listening at the same time.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's how good we are.
Multitask around here.
They sure do. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Okay. Data, the investor needs comps and research before submitting an offer.
Mm-hmm.
What tools do you use to make sure the investor is comfortable with purchasing and the potential profit of sale?
Well, I mentioned earlier, aside from the stats that are available on the MLS system, which is pretty decent actually, as a
Right.
platinum member, that we have access to the Remind, we have access to market insight reports, etc. We also use the Project Analyzer, which
Okay.
is a system that where you input the numbers. Once we have the, as I mentioned earlier, the after repair values, if you're buying multifamily, the net operating income, etc., to make sure that the cap rate is matching up with the goal that our client has. If
Okay.
it doesn't, that doesn't mean the property's not working. That means we may need
Oh.
to make a lower offer, or that may mean that the client needs to, rather than fix and flip, maybe they want to hold on to it to make it a better deal for themselves.
Let me grab this cup before it falls off, as our lovely producers are trying to tell me that Eo's about to knock his nice cup off the table.
It's not
Sorry.
my fault. I don't pay no attention. Plus, I have a replacement cup.
Yeah, he does. There's more where that cup came from.
And you too can buy your own real estate
Yes.
mug, real estate you show mug.
Yeah, and we're gonna have our product line up by the end of the month.
Yeah.
I mean, the beginning of next month. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got 10 days to the
Yeah.
end of the month, so.
Yeah, because we waiting on that woman's son to finish all our designs.
Okay, but that's another reason she can be in Florida.
Yeah,
She can expedite that.
Yeah, she can. Yeah, you're right. Get on him. Get on him. Get on him.
Get on him.
Now, this is a question I have for you, Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir.
Blackwell. Would you advise your clients to invest in an inspection and a title search prior to contracting?
I would not do it prior to, but we of course make sure that, like right now we have a client that's in an extended option period, that we did a 2-week option period and basically went and said, look, you've already told us that it has foundation
Okay.
issues. We know we're going to need a little bit longer. They did pay a little bit more, but I mean, it still was only $400 fee for their 2-week option period.
Okay.
So I mean, we always say let's get it under contract and let's start those inspections. That way, during your option period, you can really evaluate: did your budget really account for everything that come up
Okay.
on this inspection report?
Yeah. Now, see, one of the reasons I ask, because I get requests all the time. Can you open title to research the liens? Can you open title to research the heirs? You know, if it was in a probate or that kind of thing. And so, I would think that this is me. I would think that investor wants to know if there's any problem, that they would have an allocation of funds to do something like that.
I mean, sometimes we'll actually see in the Remime system, we can actually pull up like the last lien that was put up against the
Oh,
house.
okay,
True.
okay,
So a lot of times we don't even have to open title to do that.
okay.
I mean, it's not as accurate as doing a full title search,
Right.
but we can get some of those figures and provide them to our clients before they actually go under contract.
Okay. Now, that's one of the things that makes you guys different. Okay. The research component,
Yes.
the research and the education component. And so, also, now, this is on another note, but it's still on the same note as far as real estate. You guys have open houses out at Deer Trails Estates today?
Yes,
do.
we do. At 6146 Hazel Lake Drive in Conroe, Texas. It's Deer Trails Estates. There's 2 homes that are open. You can go to 6146 to meet with the realtor there. And if those homes don't suit your needs, and walk you down to the sales office, there's 10 available lots left, and you can construct your own and put your own options into it. There are a variety of floor plans available. There is a builder incentive at the moment for buyers, in which you would get $7,500 in closing cost concessions, as well as if you choose to use one of their preferred lenders,
An
a
additional
$3,000
yes.
credit there. So you really can't beat that. And I'll tell you another thing. 1.9% tax rate in Deer Trails Estates.
It's 1.9?
1.9,
Yes.
and that's before
Really?
that's before
Yes.
exemptions now. So you cannot beat that tax rate. And let me tell you the next thing that I really love. The lots are 16,500 square foot lots. Now, the house
Wow.
on Hazel Lake backs up to the reserve, which is the lake there in the community. They haven't finished building out the trail and everything, but it will look amazing when they're finished.
See, that's what we do. Provide information and resources for those who are at that 1.9% tax rate. Oh,
That
my Lord. I thought I had a good one at 2.8.
No, 1.9.
That's kind of the nice thing about being, it's in Conroe, but it's still close to nice amenities. But, you get those low tax rates, you're on the water, you actually enjoy all those
You're
nice
close
amenities.
enough but far enough away.
Exactly.
And the home is what's called an energy efficient smart home. The builder is amazing.
Yes.
I'm saying that, go take a look. You won't be disappointed.
No.
And the great thing is that Dina's going to be doing an interview with the owner,
Yeah.
Drew
Yeah.
of Alta Homes on Monday. And I'm sure by the end of next week that our lovely producers will actually be able to edit that video and get it live for us. But we'll actually be able to share that, and you can actually hear more about his company and his products.
And him.
Yes,
Right.
him personally.
Because Drew is a different kind of builder by every measure. He is fully engaged. It always teases me over at the Builders Association when people say, well, I'm the builder. I said, you don't even go outside, okay? Quit telling you to build. Drew is out there in the trenches
Yes.
with his people, directing, allocating, being specific, and he doesn't cut corners. As a matter of fact, one of the mainstays of their marketing is we do not compromise on quality.
That's right, and he doesn't. And I've known Drew for a while
Yeah.
now, and his product gets better and better.
Yeah.
It really does.
Because he knows what he wants to provide the client, because he wants the client to tell more people about his product and how far he
And
goes.
that's what we talk about, that word of mouth business.
Mhm.
And the other thing that Drew says is he will not build a home that he will
Well,
not personally live in.
That's right. That's right. And people, and then we had one of our agent friends. They had to go see that for themselves. He called me. He says, "Oh my God, he told the absolute truth."
It's true.
It's yeah.
And affordability as
Yes.
well in Deer Trails Estates. The 6146 Hazel Lake, which is open today, and there's
Until 4 p.m.?
Until 4 p.m. That price point is $328. Okay, $328,000. Again, $7,500 in builder concessions toward closing costs for a buyer. An additional $3,000 should you care to use one of their preferred lenders. I'm telling you, don't miss out on the deal if that's the area. that
Yeah,
you
and
would like
I'll
to-
expand on one of the preferred lenders with the $3,000.
Yes.
$3,000 contribution and a 5% interest rate.
Wow. That's great in today's market.
It really
yeah.
is an amazing deal.
So, and think about it. We, Real Estate U Show, have brought all those tools together for the consumer, for the buyer, for the seller, the investing, the remodeling. We bring all these tools to better enforce what we can do to assist you. So I'm E.L. Crane, they are not, but remember, like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell. Is it a bell or a button?
It's a button on YouTube, but it
look
looks
like
like
a
a
bell?
bell.
I like
It's a little symbol, and it's shaped like a bell.
well, whatever.
Yeah, I'll show you during commercial break.
Thank you so
I
much.
think Eo's actually thinking there's a real bell to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna be out there like the Salvation Army man.
Hey, don't be teasing me with this misinformation. And remember, our good friend Tara Anderson, she also has her open house today out in Tomball. And it is at, I love the name of the street though, 20406 Noble Arabian Way.
Noble Arabian Way.
Think about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Drive.
Drive.
Noble
Okay.
Arabian
Arabian,
Drive.
okay.
That's Tomball, Texas, 77577. That's our good friend Tara Anderson. Tara's also an RMG. 20406 Noble Arabian. I want to move on there because it's damn street name. Okay,
That's a nice name.
That's a nice
It is.
name. So that's Tomball, Texas, 77577 for a low $525,000. Or you can go to Nasty England and get your
Well, and just
$16 million spent out.
yes. Well, and just so everybody knows, I'm going to be in an open house from 2 to 4 today.
Yes.
At my listing at 4211 Green Landing Drive. The home is 1,799 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The home has solar panels already on there that will be paid off and cleared once it goes through title. So you'll be able to save on your energy cost. It actually is a Beazer home, so to where the attic is actually pretty well climate controlled because of the way that they insulate their homes. But it has a beautiful island, nice, beautiful windows on the back. So if you want to come see me today, once again, that address is 4211 Green Landing Drive in Spring, Texas, 77386. Hope to see everybody there.
And how close is that to the Woodlands?
So that's only about 15 to 20 minute drive to the Woodlands.
Yeah. And that's important for people to know the access components
Exactly.
of where they're living at.
And there's
stuff
no
like that.
backyard neighbors.
There's no backyard neighbors.
Well, that'd work for me.
And we're also about 25 minutes to Intercontinental Airport for those of you who like to travel.
There you go. I'm E.L. Crane, there or not. Like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell. And the sign just said, time's up, damn it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You take pride in your real estate business. You choose your partners carefully, promising the best escrow and title services experience possible. And now you're ready to grow and take your business to the next level. With decades of experience and a commitment to providing top quality service, their team will ensure your client's closing process is smooth, on time, and stress-free. You gain access to proprietary training programs, professional development, and a valuable nationwide network. Perfect for realtors, builders, mortgage companies, and banks. If you're ready to take your residential or commercial real estate services to the next level, you've come to the right place. Have you found yourself thinking, I need to increase my real estate brand value, start overcoming those limiting beliefs, and truly grow my business? Well, I have some great news for you. The Real ELC offers elite real estate training for professionals just like you. Whether you're a new agent or a seasoned professional, you can gain access to the wisdom, tips, and insights of a team with decades of real estate, business development, and marketing experience. And you want to know the best part? By receiving training from the Real ELC, you'll become part of the RMG Collective National Real Estate Marketing Platform. Just visit therealelc.com to start growing your real estate business today. Let me ask you something. Are you a real estate professional seeking to grow your business and add greater value to your career? RMG The Collective is the process that develops new and seasoned brokers and owners. Have you tried figuring out the best ways to market yourself but just haven't been able to break through yet? You're not alone, but I have good news. RMG The Collective offers training programs to help you master the luxury real estate market, grow your income, boost brand awareness, and develop a truly unique brand to help you stand out from the rest. This unparalleled program is endorsed by top luxury brokers and agents nationwide, with 93% of participating agents increasing their income by at least 41%. And you want to know the best part? You can be a member of RMG The Collective no matter where you're located. With agents located all over the US, you'll be a part of a strong, supportive community, have constant access to RMG's online proprietary program, work one-on-one with your mentor, receive customized feedback on your marketing and business model, and finally, watch your luxury real estate business take off. Get ready to spend your days helping others achieve their dreams while you achieve yours. RMG The Collective, growth in partnership. Call or email to get started.
Okay, we're back. Bills are paid. I'm E.L. Crane. I'm joined by the cute one, Chris Blackwell, the one in the greater group, and the lovely one, E.L. Crane. And then, what?
Me and Chris were both going to grab our crowns for a second. Good Lord.
Well, I think we should
I
anyway.
think so.
Oh, God, Jesus. See, this is why I got to deal with people.
Yes.
You
He's
know,
so lucky, isn't he?
He is very lucky.
I am amongst royalty, to
Yes.
say
He
the
is.
least.
I mean,
You know, I'm amongst royalty. To say
at
the
least
least.
we
Even though we're not in crapola. Or
No.
I'm sorry,
No.
nasty.
Nasty.
nasty, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the crap Maryland. in nasty England.
England.
Yes.
Okay. You
Going
too
back-
can live like this in crap Maryland and nasty England.
Yes. Thank you, El, for that educational City of the Week this week.
I try to do what I can.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I was sitting there while the dog was harassing me to get fed and go walk, and I was going through the thing. Oh, this works. Crap Maryland. There's all kind of motivations in the world, people.
It really is. It was
Wow.
a beautiful place. though.
Oh yeah,
It was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Chris thinks they have too many bathrooms.
Yeah, was
I
wondering
did,
why
I'm
they
like-
had so many.
One had two bathrooms for every bedroom, and then
Yeah.
one was 2.5 bathrooms for
Alright.
every bedroom.
But you know
And I
what,
know
that
you
makes-
you only need one.
No,
So
but the whole thing, if one to get stopped up, you got somewhere to go.
Now, you know what? That is actually a great idea. I don't know how many couples I know fuss and over the shared space
Oh,
in
yeah.
the bathroom area. So that would be perfect to have two separate areas.
yeah, we've heard even the drama on the Real Estate U Show.
Yes.
If you go through some of our previous episodes.
Yes, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Limited space, people. Limited space.
Hey,
So, Nina, should there be skepticism when it comes to less than market value pricing for a property?
there should be not skepticism, but research. So what's going on? Is the seller, sometimes it's simply there's nothing wrong with the property.
Right.
Sellers hit a bad situation in their life and needs to cut the property loose in a quick way. Okay, so
I'm gonna
they,
go to the dark side.
and yeah, the flip side is, go ahead, EO.
I'm going to the dark side. You know, there's no insulation in the walls. You know, they got bodies buried up under the floorboards. You know, they try to get rid of it. You know,
And I'm-
what are those shallow graves in the back? What does that mean? I mean,
It's not fluffy. But you know, Dina has a good point there. But then I was looking for a client doing some research, and I saw a home listed for $100,000 that popped up for one of our clients' search criteria, which their criteria is very specific
Right.
for the price and the tax rate. And I was like, why is this home? What's
Right.
wrong with this house? Like, this house is comping for like 280. Why you got it? Their agent listed it on the MLS for $100,000 and said they just want you. There's nothing wrong with this house. They just want the highest and best that you can give.
What?
They were trying to create a multiple offer situation. So if y'all don't know what that is, I mean, it is what it is. But think about it like an auctioneer. You know
Right.
how people get excited when they
Right.
see other offers coming in, and so people go. Everybody then gets caught up in this adrenaline fueled process at that point, and start overbidding sometimes. So that was the hope of this tactic.
And it didn't happen.
We didn't, I don't know.
I don't know. We didn't play with them.
We didn't,
Okay.
we didn't join in that game.
Because I've always been a little skeptical. Like, wait a minute, $250,000 house in a $400,000 neighborhood. I need to know, is it still there or is it just the foundation?
But
Yeah.
even in our market currently here in Houston, I mean, you'll see that quite often that we have properties that are, Oak Forest is a great
Oh, that's great.
section that, you have a mixture of new construction going on that they've actually ripped down the houses that were built in the 50s and 60s. And then you'll see the homes that are standing that, there are different variations of, rehab processes. I mean, we've seen from studs, we've seen homes that have foundation issues,
Yes.
we've seen homes that only need some minor repairs. And so you see a wide range
Right.
of prices going on. And that's really where it comes in. We do more analysis on those properties for our clients that they can see, where do we need to, how much money are you going to have to put in this
Right.
to actually get it up to what homes are comping for in the neighborhood.
But normally, though, doesn't that listing say land value?
No.
It doesn't say
That's
land
up
value.
to the real estate professional
Oh, okay.
to research and advise their client
Right,
on.
right.
There's so many variables, as you guys have both
Right.
mentioned, in terms of what should happen. And I do come across wholesalers who say, hey, there's a $5,000, let me just give an example, $5,000 non-refundable earnest money. We're going to have the house open for 4 hours today.
Wow.
You know, and then you have a herd of people going
Right.
in. And this is where it's very important because sometimes these deals are awesome.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the unknowns
Right.
can be very devastating for a novice investor.
Okay.
And so the guys that kind of have some guidance and know what's happening, the realtors immediately are working out the numbers. They take their inspector, who maybe can't do a thorough inspection, but visually are more attuned to what to look for.
Right.
And
Okay?
Dina's saying inspector, but also contractors.
Yes,
Maybe they'll
contractors.
bring their
Yeah.
general contractor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Instead of a licensed inspector, they'll bring their general
Exactly,
contractor.
thank you.
So that way they can say, yeah, I think, you know, just rough number, it's going to cost $60,000 to fix this up.
Yes.
Like I have a good friend that lives over in the Heights. I'm talking about the original Heights.
Yeah.
And she's living on a lot that can accommodate a 6-pack of townhomes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. She is relentless in her efforts not to sell. Okay?
Wow.
Her last offer was sell us the property. We'll give you one of the townhomes free and clear outside of the sale price we'll give you for the
For
land.
land.
And her response was,
I don't like stairs.
exactly. That's it. I don't want stairs.
You better be including an elevator in this thing.
Yeah.
Because she's in a cottage and on both sides and across the street are 800,000 plus townhomes. But her lot is the largest oversized lot on that street and it can accommodate that many.
You're talking about this. So you know I traveled week before last for training. I was in Clearwater Beach, Florida, and I decided to take a little tour after the seminar was done.
Right.
And we're on the boat there in the bay, and they said that they're telling us about it, and they're like, oh, that house is called the Old Lady House, and it's this cute 2-story house, and they has condos and everything around it that's
Right.
been built up. But apparently since the 60s, people were trying to buy this house, and she would not do it. You know what she did? She put that house in a 99-year trust
Oh, wow.
that it can't be sold for 99 years.
99.
Wow.
And she died 5 years ago.
Oh,
Wow.
94 to go. But you have some, and my friend is like that. Her whole thing was she has been anti new construction on her street. I understand everything's going. Her thing was all of those original Heights cottages.
Yeah.
And she showed me pictures. It's a whole different thing because she wasn't in that Heights area that had the deterioration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in the Heights area that's more historical, and the families had been there generationally,
Yes.
and they kept up the cottages and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And she just has this thing. This was where me and my mom lived at.
I really don't blame her because, I mean, that neighborhood is known for that. And then you have their, Christmas lights in the Heights
Yeah.
and their
Yes.
other different first Saturday
Yeah,
of the month, all their different little quirky things that they do and that they're known for.
and she she does not accommodate. She does not accommodate. I tease her all the time. Last time I talked to her 2 days ago. I said, "You know, you're my retirement plan, right?" She says, get off my phone. Yeah, because we gonna retire when you finally get ready to sell this thing.
I mean, sometimes too, we have to write into a listing agreement. Our recommended list price was this, because sometimes the seller will want a particular price, and they are sellers are our bosses, so to say.
Right.
So we're going to do what they want or not work with them at all.
Right.
So sometimes the sellers say, well, we'll leave it up there for about a good month, and if I don't get any traction, then I'll give your price a second look. Well, if you do everything verbal, I'm telling any real estate professional out there, follow up with everything in writing. Recap it. If you don't put it in an agreement, follow up with an email or something like this, because what happens is after the month or two passes, they forgot that we had that conversation about the price, and they're angry with the real. Somebody's got to be blamed. It ain't going to be them.
Yes.
And it's always something.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah.
This is Real Estate U Show. We're here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Chris does not want me to add Atlantic time and Mountain time. And,
No.
That's just too many
Hawaii.
numbers.
Too many
You're going to confuse the audience.
That's my job.
No, sir. Your job is to educate,
I'm
not to
educated about the
confuse.
multiple time zones in the country you live in. Help me help you. Or you help me help these people.
And I am by going, sir. It is Central, Eastern, and Pacific.
That's it.
They can calculate their own. They're used to it.
Well, that what you owe it?
Yeah.
They're used to it.
Now, I have an announcement before we go to break.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's your announcement?
Starting next month, if you go to growwithelc.com,
Okay.
is we have online webinars and education and training. It's growwithelc.com. That's for our real estate friends. Because if you go there, you can sign up, and it's the classes are online webinars. They're $80 off the normal cost, and now I don't have to worry about being in your office. You can come to mine online. So we'll have live classes and those on the webinar at the same time. If you go to growwithelc.com.
Do
Well,
you
that's
get
very
continuing education
Yes, you
credits?
do.
Oh,
Get CE credit for it as
wow.
well, yeah.
Okay.
And you never have to leave. Yeah, but this is the thing. You cannot darken your screen. You have to be on the screen because we have a proctor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to be on the screen. So those
You gotta be
who
looking at the
have,
screen, people.
yeah, Corona here and COVID here, no excuse. You're not on the screen, not getting no credit.
Well, that's good. So, any real estate professional, I'm going to tell you, I've been in many of EL's classes. I've learned so much from them. And if you just do a small percentage of what he's telling you, if you can latch on to something you want to try,
Yeah.
it really helps your business
It's all
immensely.
implementable. So we're going to take a break, pay some bills. I'm E.L. Crane.
I
They
am
are
not.
He's a cute one, though.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
a cute one. He owns that, people.
Yeah, he does.
Pay some bills.
You take pride in your real estate business. You choose your partners carefully, promising the best escrow and title services experience possible. And now you're ready to grow and take your business to the next level. With decades of experience and a commitment to providing top quality service, their team will ensure your client's closing process is smooth, on time, and stress-free. You gain access to proprietary training programs, professional development, and a valuable nationwide network. Perfect for realtors, builders, mortgage companies, and banks. If you're ready to take your residential or commercial real estate services to the next level, you've come to the right place. Have you found yourself thinking, I need to increase my real estate brand value, start overcoming those limiting beliefs, and truly grow my business? Well, I have some great news for you. The Real ELC offers elite real estate training for professionals just like you. Whether you're a new agent or a seasoned professional, you can gain access to the wisdom, tips, and insights of a team with decades of real estate, business development, and marketing experience. And you want to know the best part? By receiving training from the Real ELC, you'll become part of the RMG Collective National Real Estate Marketing Platform. Just visit therealelc.com to start growing your real estate business today. Let me ask you something. Are you a real estate professional seeking to grow your business and add greater value to your career? RMG The Collective is the process that develops new and seasoned brokers and owners. Have you tried figuring out the best ways to market yourself but just haven't been able to break through yet? You're not alone, but I have good news. RMG The Collective offers training programs to help you master the luxury real estate market, grow your income, boost brand awareness, and develop a truly unique brand to help you stand out from the rest. This unparalleled program is endorsed by top luxury brokers and agents nationwide, with 93% of participating agents increasing their income by at least 41%. And you want to know the best part? You can be a member of RMG The Collective no matter where you're located. With agents located all over the US, you'll be a part of a strong, supportive community, have constant access to RMG's online proprietary program, work one-on-one with your mentor, receive customized feedback on your marketing and business model, and finally, watch your luxury real estate business take off. Get ready to spend your days helping others achieve their dreams while you achieve yours. RMG The Collective, growth in partnership. Call or email to get started.
As you can see, we're back and I'm bored.
Yeah, boy, we having some good conversation during commercial
But
break.
I'm trying to keep everything. See, these is troublemakers here. People don't understand that my sweetness being their weakness allows me not to dive off into the devilment that they do, right? See, I don't have a rant, but Dina has a rant this week, people, because this is Dina's rant.
Realtor rant.
Dina's realtor rant moment right now. So, Dina, what is your realtor rant this week?
Well, okay, so I've brought this up in the past, and it keeps happening over and over again. So everybody has surveillance systems in their home. That's fine. Use them. You know, your safety is very important. However, if you're selling your home, I'm going to say that surveillance system should not be used as a device to eavesdrop on potential buyers, inspectors for the buyers, etc. This is not good, and I mean, this has caused so many problems.
Dina was getting text messages from the listing agent. My client's saying this. They need to turn this shit off.
You know, because everybody has an opinion, right? So,
Yes.
you know, people take that personally, and you shouldn't. You know, your home will be perfect for somebody. And even somebody that loves the home will still possibly want to make
Change
it their
what they need,
home.
that's
And that's
right.
okay, too. But what happens is this. You start doing that, and you're going to blow your deal out. You're going to upset yourself. You know, and ethically, it's just not... It's wrong. It's just wrong. Okay?
I just had a visual. This toilet is on the wrong side of the house. I got to walk too far to get to the toilet. I don't want this house.
I know.
And I got the owner just listening to me. It's
And
like,
they're getting
Yes.
so upset. And,
yeah, well,
know.
you should walk faster. I do.
So let's take that example that EL might say that, and then suddenly the buyer's agent gets a text. The reason the bathroom is so far away from the da-da-da-da is because it was added on later. It's like, how do they know? Oh my God, the surveillance is on. Their little lights on. I was like, oh God, you know. So it's just a good reminder for everyone to, even if you're just looking at homes, to try and keep your commentary to a minimum until you exit the house.
Right.
Talk to your realtor privately. I had a couple, a realtor with their clients inside of a home I was showing, and they were talking about their offer that they were thinking about making, all kind of stuff. And I looked up, and sure enough, that surveillance camera was on. You know, so that's not a private conversation.
No,
And
it's
then,
not.
you know, so again, that's my rant, and I'm going to end it right there. But
No,
please,
I'm going to add to it. I was walking out. I wonder if ugly people live here. You know?
You see the pictures of this
Ugly
family?
people,
Hey.
wow, that's too many ugly people in one
Becky
family.
ain't even cute.
No, and if you dare record while you're eavesdropping,
That's
just-
illegal.
It's illegal.
That's
It's a
illegal.
felony, and it's I think the fine. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's a $10,000 fine,
Oh, wow.
up to $25,000. Anyway, so if somebody cared to file charges if they found out, so don't do that. Please don't do that. It's just
And
not
don't
worth
put up
it.
pictures of your ugly family. Okay?
Pretty people only.
Really, people. You know my motto: good looking people to the front
You
line, ugly
don't,
people to the back.
again, you don't want to. You don't want this man to get.
And let's just say, during commercial break, Miss Ramos was saying how we're a bad influence on her. And that's the reason why I told you, we have got to come back with a good rant.
Yeah. So and she did pretty good by
She
herself.
did.
Oh God.
It's happened a lot. It happens all the time.
You want to know one of the things I've always wondered in regard to what you do then? How do you determine ownership and vacancy rates in a neighborhood?
Well, you know, the marketplace on Platinum with our
Platinum Realtors.
Platinum Realtors Market
Mhm.
Insight, it
Okay.
actually gives you the breakdown.
Of who's renting and who's not
Yeah,
renting?
it's I guess it's, I don't know where it's coming from, the census or from
Okay.
the county, but they have that information available to us.
Huh.
Yeah.
'Cause I've always wondered, because I mean, you have so many mixed neighborhoods now
Mm-hmm.
between owners and renters, people who have outgrown their homes, but they kept
Mm-hmm.
them as a real estate investment,
Yeah.
rent them out, stuff like that. And so I was wondering, how do you broke down
Well,
the
you know,
information?
if you want to go old school, this is what I used to do before all the fancy technology came up. I've been doing this a minute. So you get on HCAT or whatever the county
Mm-hmm.
service is, and then click on like a particular neighborhood. So you might have 250 homes in that neighborhood.
Right.
So then you look and see who's not homesteaded.
Oh,
And that should probably mean.
wow.
Yeah. So that's what I used to do.
Nobody's
So
gonna
then
leave their homestead on
right.
the side
So I
of the
just put
road.
the
Yeah.
filter on, and that's one way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
That's why she's the divine leader of Platinum One Properties. So now we got to get her a shield to go being the divine leader.
Yes. So this is not North Korea.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It is not. Although it feels like it sometimes out there.
No, dear, we're not going to have any dear leader moments around here. Dear leader, it's been a privilege working with you, and I want you to know I will throw myself off the building for you. So today is about remodeling,
Yes.
investing, fixing and flipping. Now, it's very competitive out there, Chris.
Very competitive.
Okay, so One Innovative Homes, powered by Platinum One Properties. I know you're different, but why should I hire you in regard to making it happen in this competitive market?
You should hire us over at One Innovative Homes because we don't just look at getting the deal done today. We're going to look at establishing a long-term relationship with you. Our goal is to make sure that you have numbers up front. You can make informed decisions. If you need assistance with contractor referrals or anything of that nature, we do have referrals that we can hand over to you.
Okay.
And then we also have our, like Gino was talking about earlier, our property management division that helps you keep a client or a tenant in the home and make sure that you're getting paid timely. And if not, we make sure we follow the law to make sure that your rights are being protected.
Okay. So it's a dynamic of representation.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's not the same. Because I'll use my teaching as a one size does not fit all.
That is correct.
So basically, you have things that you can implement for client A that I wouldn't necessarily implement for client B.
And that's the big thing is that we talk about it amongst our team about how each client and their individual needs and how can we tailor our approach to that client.
Okay. Now, is this approach also available for commercial property?
It is.
Okay.
So One Innovative Group handles commercial properties as well as residential.
Okay. Because me, I'm commercial.
Yes, you are.
No emotion. Does it make money? Yes or no?
Does the numbers work? And that's the thing is that we're talking about investments today, and that should be every investor's motto should be, does the numbers work?
Right.
It's not about should, there's no emotional thing in it. Is it going to, in the end, your goal is to make money, whether that's a goal, and we can establish that. Are you looking for quick money to do a fix and flip?
Right.
Are you looking for long-term planning?
Right.
And we can actually then even help you with referrals for estate planning. So that way, our good friend Daniel Campbell can actually help you with your estate planning as well, and make sure that your legacy is protected.
Absolutely.
Or a lovely attorney friend?
Yes.
Yes. She's supposed to come back?
Well, whenever we start, because we had some technical difficulties last time that we were talking about estate planning, so maybe we can have her back for a short segment or something to kind of go over that
She was
again.
crowding me.
No, sir. Once again, she was not crowding
She
you.
was crowding me.
She was just informing EL of Texas law and how it affects him, and he didn't enjoy the topic.
No, I did not.
We really do need to come back to that again because it comes
Yeah.
up over and over in this
It does.
industry.
I feel like since she's a divorced woman, she's against me.
Sir, I believe Jennifer's not your first wife, so you got a little experience.
Another.
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
I think the main thing is who put her on retainer first.
Exactly.
Oh, let's go with that one. And the fact that I cannot disown my children and my wife really bothers me.
Embrace city.
You can always disown your children,
Exactly.
but
No, not in my time.
Another. I'm going to go back to what Chris was talking about earlier. When if you get a rent roll on a property and the rents seem to be low, or you're not sure that the numbers are going to work, this is what we were talking about in terms of the research. Working with a professional, Chris will have the rental comps what they should be. Okay, and sometimes landlords that have tenants in place for years and years forget to raise the rents
What?
annually. They're complacent. They're not worried. I don't know what happens. So if we look hard at something and it might not seem to be a match, but through further researching, Chris may just come out and say, look, these rents need to be up here, and they're down here. And what's it going to take to get that to happen, and so forth, and it may work for them.
And that's the major thing with our software that we have in place and our different programs is that we do get reminders. Dean and I both do, as far as when is the tenant coming up, who's 90 days out from their lease expiring,
Right.
Who's going to be coming up on 60 days. So that way we can evaluate those 60 days out, see, do we plan on going up with the rents? We talk to the property owners about, their cost of, like, really, did the market really jump up? But do we want to not go as high? So that way, maybe the market rents went up $100, but we only go up $50 because this long-term tenant, and then the cost to do the make ready, the commissions for finding a new tenant, the vacancy.
Exactly.
Doesn't really warrant going up for that amount, and we have those conversations, and we give those clients the 60 days to at least make a decision. Well, they have to tell us 60 days out anyway. So.
Okay.
And that's more than enough time should they choose to go find a home too to purchase.
That's true. Okay. First, Real Estate You Show. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell because Chris showed me what the notification bell looks like.
He now knows what it looks
now
like.
what it looks like now. Okay. We're each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, and 1 p.m. Atlantic.
Wow.
10 a.m. Mountain.
Yes. We try to do what we can for everybody.
What was it in Hawaii?
Hawaii. Hawaii time. It's Hawaii time.
But no matter what, if you're in Hawaii, you can look at us on our YouTube channel
Yes.
and watch reruns.
Anytime.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because our job is to educate, motivate, and inspire.
Yes.
So, I'm E.L. Crane there now. We're going to take a break, pay some bills. Going to come back. Michelle need to do something over there. What's taking us so long?
Hi, I'm Naomi, founder of Butler Media, a digital marketing and graphic design agency. We're built for small business owners who want professional marketing that gives them an edge. Reaching the right customer with the right message at the right time is the lifeblood of any successful business. We specialize in design, development, and implementation of proven online marketing strategies in order to grow your business. Whatever you need, we can help your business find success in today's competitive marketplace. Butler Media. Start here, go anywhere.
Are you looking for the best mortgage loans available nationwide? Welcome to My Mortgage Inc., led by award-winning mortgage expert Jennifer Nina, with expertise in both Florida and Texas markets, and a national team for all your mortgage needs. Now you can borrow with confidence. Whether buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you deserve the very best mortgage solutions available, whether it's for new construction, luxury, or an investment property. As a long-time mortgage specialist, Jennifer has built her lender reputation on getting the deal done. And you want to know the best part? By working with Jennifer and My Mortgage Inc., you gain access to the REU RMG, an international, invitation-only multimedia platform offering exclusive real estate buying and selling resources, business alliances, and so much more. Doesn't get better than that. My Mortgage Inc. We treat your mortgage like our mortgage. Find out more information at yourmortgagepro.biz today.
Oh,
Don't
my
mind
Don't worry,
us.
people. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. We'll survive. I'm E.L. Craig there, not this is the Real Estate You Show. Oh, we need to have an outtake.
We
We
do.
need to do an outtake, yes.
Yes.
Now, today is about fixing and flipping and remodeling and representing our clients to the best of our abilities. But this is 2023. And I'm a huge believer in greed.
And greed.
Yes.
In what way?
But you're not a greedy person. He says that, but he also wants everybody to have an opportunity. So, elaborate, please.
Okay, we're talking about my personal greed.
Okay.
You know, so I'm a huge believer in greed from this perspective. If everybody is motivated to do more, I get more.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, elevate one, elevate two.
Yeah.
Okay, so but most people they choose to be social workers.
No.
Okay, and I don't want you to be a social worker. I want you to be a greed worker.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you know, because all this so social work and it's all this so kumbaya stuff, that's just too much.
He doesn't understand that sometimes people need education, and it does take hand-holding and some time for them to be in a state of preparedness to purchase. So if we didn't care and about them and just shove them into something they won't, we are not creating long-term relationships, and that's what we really want.
But I only care about the check clear.
But you're talking about that, and we're a good time to plug that March 12th,
Right.
From 1 to, I know it starts at 1,
Right.
but we're going to be having a real estate mastermind
Yes.
all about investing. You're going to have us from One Innovative Group. Steven's going to be there with our One Innovative Management side. Jennifer from My Mortgage Inc., your mortgage professional. I'm assuming Title Monarch's going to be involved.
Only if there's alcohol.
We're trying to get someone with this for estate planning and maybe some credit repair people to come in on that day, so we can all kind of present to you some.
Only
I
if
guess.
you have credit restoration. I don't deal with credit restoration.
So
people.
if you know anyone
Restoration.
that's interested in learning more about wealth building with real estate,
Yes.
or just in general purchasing real estate,
Yeah.
and getting some knowledge, it's a free class. You can email us.
And we're going to be putting out a link so you can
Yeah.
register as
Yes.
well.
Right. But they can reach out on the 877 number.
Correct.
Right?
You can call or text us at the 877-852-4401. So that way, you can call and we can get you some more information about that.
Yeah.
And another thing that the listeners now and the listeners in the future through our YouTube show need to understand, when you have an opportunity to build wealth with real estate, seize it.
Yes.
Do not let it escape you. Seize it. Don't talk interest rate. Don't talk about values. Don't know. If you have an opportunity to secure land, secure it. If that land happens to be improved land and have a house on it, secure it.
You got
If
some
it's-
land seeds in your pocket?
Exactly. Nobody has. You can't throw those seeds out the window and grow them on land. What you see out there is what you
That's
get.
it.
So you have to take advantage of these opportunities. And you know, these pros are going to have an event that is about wealth building through real estate. That's residential real estate. That is commercial real estate. It's broken down into multifamily properties, strip centers, small office buildings. All these things are available. Like right now, Jennifer, she's not here, but she's working on a deal out down in Brownsville, Texas.
Yes.
And the guy has $800,000 worth of equity in the house, in the building, and there is a long-term restaurant tenant there.
Oh, wow.
And he only owes $23,000
Wow.
on a $1.2 million property. So what do you want to do with the money? I don't care.
Thank you, SpaceX.
There you go. But it's those kind of things that this seminar can enlighten people about, because opportunities are rampant if you're paying attention. Because I look at what's going on just north of here in Panorama City, Willis, Montgomery, even Walker County where Huntsville is at. I lived in Bidwater in Montgomery.
Okay.
This is 10 years ago, you would never take a right to go to Willis. Okay, let's be real clear.
But that's changing now.
It's
It
totally
is
changed.
changing.
They got $1 million houses in Willis.
And our friend Drew's going to have another community going up in Willis here
That's
pretty
why I was
soon.
bringing that up. He's saying Lexington Heights. And you're talking about Willis. But then again, you have to look at Conroe. Conroe is the fastest growing city in the
really
United
is.
States of America. And the
That speaks
housing and
volumes.
affordability. And think about the tax rate that you say Drew has out there, 1.9%.
1.9. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's nice. I mean, because you got to think that taxes aren't going to go away.
No.
Even once you become a senior citizen, you still got to pay the taxes.
Yeah.
So whenever your home is paid for and you have that 1.9% tax rate, that's going to be a whole lot nicer than some of the inner loop and some properties like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, when Jennifer and I would look for a house in the beginning, we were looking at this area, we'll share her name nameless, the tax rate was 4.27.
Yeah.
Yes. And people are buying out there religiously in that 4.27. I says,
Wow.
no, I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm going to move on. And, and we want with a great rate, 2.8.
Yeah, that is a
That's
great rate.
that's
Yeah.
a
I know
great
ours
rate.
is about 3.1, was less than 3.1.
Yeah, so,
You got to be aware of the tax
Yes.
rates, and I've had a few people over the years that did not have representation
right.
go to a new home builder, and their lender did not advise them properly that the tax rate would go up according to the value of their home. They were buying, and that tax rate was based on dirt value that the builder was doing, right?
That's right.
So after closing, the county reassesses based on what you purchased it for. So they're blown out of the water then because they were barely able to make the payment with the, with what
the
the lender
escrow.
had set up with the escrow. So suddenly they have to sell that house.
Wow.
And being aware of what's going on, like they have a new community coming up called Bridalwood. Yeah.
Bridalwood.
Bridalwood. It's in between Cypress and Tomball.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they have not only Bridalwood, but they also have a 55 plus community over there as well.
Yeah.
This is Bridalwood and Bridalport. hmm
Wow.
Yeah. And that's that thing. And that tax rate in there is like 3.1.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's like what I said about
It's
what we're
okay.
paying, especially with you have the municipal utility districts and to put in everything. So
Mhm.
that's actually not bad.
Yeah, so you have to look at, and that's what representation is about, okay? And you got, let's see, did I say it right? Yeah, you have representation, opportunities, and professionals. Quit trying to do it on your own.
And for buyers, you don't have to pay for the realtor's service. The sellers do that. They've already worked that into their budget. New home builders have already worked that into their budget. So they essentially are paying for you to have representation. If you think you're getting a better deal without using it, you're not, because the builder will be getting the better deal.
Right?
Yeah.
And here's
They're not
another
going to
one.
give you more
They're
credits
and they're
because you
not
don't have
going to be looking out for the
representation.
details to the precautions that we were mentioning earlier in the show.
Okay, and here's something else, and this is for you two. All right, remember they says there's no close-in houses under $300,000. Mason Woods in Cypress, in that Cypress Tomball
Uh-huh.
flat,
Yeah.
homes from the high 200s.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
very nice.
and we're talking about Tri-Point. We're talking about Lennar. I didn't say that out loud. Lord help me, Jesus.
I know.
Yeah, but you got Tri-Point over there. You have some Coventry over there, David Wheatley over there. All that's in there. High twos, middle threes.
And you got to remember too. I mean, if you're talking about affordability, there are a few pocket areas still. 99, just
Yeah.
east of 59.
Yeah.
Here in the Houston area, you have the Santa Fe neighborhoods. Lennar's in there. There's a few other home builders that are over there that the homes are starting in the low 200s.
Yes.
So I mean, those are other opportunities.
So there
that
are
are affordable.
ownership opportunities. So do not be deterred by interest rates. Don't be deterred by everything is over $500,000 now. No. You have some great builders building a great product under $350,000. And $350,000 is affordable.
It is.
With appropriate sacrifice, with appropriate education, with appropriate contributions. Think about it.
And you can go watch our show from last week or the clips that our producer scheduled this week where we go over, we went over down payment assistance.
Yeah, and 100% financing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you got the house covered and the down payment covered.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
have
mean,
the
they're
closing
making
costs
some
covered.
very, very nice deals
Yes,
right
they
now.
have to
Yeah.
because homeownership is still the lifeblood of this country.
It is.
So you have got to keep pushing and pushing, and that's one of the things that we do every Saturday. Push, 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 and push some more. And that's the dynamic we want to build on, grow on. And what's the date of the seminar?
The March 12th.
Am I available?
You are.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
sure
They've
somebody already checked
blocked
your calendar.
Schedule, so
Sure.
We talked to Elaine.
You already talked to Elaine? Hey, look, brother, this was my life. Remember, like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell because the Real Estate U Show, we need you because I got low self-esteem issues. And they need to be addressed accordingly by hitting that bell
And
yeah.
subscribing,
and subscribing.
because that was bugging him too. Our 1,910 subscribers, something like that.
Yeah, it's like the machinist stuff. So like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell, and let me know that you care about my depression
All right.
and everything associated with it. You know I'm depressed, right?
Where?
All over.
In your big toe?
Yeah, that's go right there. You know, think about it. People, that woman, my wife, she's not here this week because she's in Florida, right?
Yes, she's getting a little sun.
When her in Florida and she took the kids and it's just me and the dog, I just knew I was going to have me an illegal parade going out 290.
What?
It did not happen. I was like, because I was going to celebrate because she was gone.
Oh.
But it didn't work out that way because I hurt my back. So instead of being raised the hell in the bar somewhere, I was prone at home on the couch.
But I'm sure he still had the whiskey.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, absolutely. Well, I got to get some refills. All right.
Oh.
So we're going to take a break because, our producer and executive producer, they got their time's up, get out of here.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. They ain't playing games
They
with
ain't
us.
playing games with us at all.
And we're going to come back for our last segment of the day.
Yes, sir. Who are you?
Chris Blackwell.
Who are you?
Dina Ramos.
And I am the DBM. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Naomi, founder of Butler Media, a digital marketing and graphic design agency. We're built for small business owners who want professional marketing that gives them an edge. Reaching the right customer with the right message at the right time is the lifeblood of any successful business. We specialize in design, development, and implementation of proven online marketing strategies in order to grow your business. Whatever you need, we can help your business find success in today's competitive marketplace. Butler Media. Start here, go anywhere.
Are you looking for the best mortgage loans available nationwide? Welcome to My Mortgage Inc., led by award-winning mortgage expert Jennifer Nina, with expertise in both Florida and Texas markets, and a national team for all your mortgage needs. Now you can borrow with confidence. Whether buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you deserve the very best mortgage solutions available, whether it's for new construction, luxury, or an investment property. As a long-time mortgage specialist, Jennifer has built her lender reputation on getting the deal done. And you want to know the best part? By working with Jennifer and My Mortgage Inc., you gain access to the REU RMG, an international invitation-only multimedia platform offering exclusive real estate buying and selling resources, business alliances, and so much more. Doesn't get better than that. My Mortgage Inc. We treat your mortgage like our mortgage. Find out more information at yourmortgagepro.biz today.
Okay, we're back. This is the final segment. As you can see, I'm sitting upright because I survived being with Dina and Chris.
And
Right.
he's able to be sitting upright today
Yeah,
because
because
he got some medicine.
I
or
got some.
something.
I got some.
He had to
medicine.
go and get some meds.
I just knew I was gonna be at because we sponsored a masquerade event last night, couldn't go. We sponsored a veterans event Thursday, couldn't go. You know,
Wow.
You know, and it was.
And he don't miss a good event.
And it was open bar at both of them.
He definitely
Yeah,
doesn't
some people,
miss
his back was
an
out.
My back was just wow, like what the hell? So
He
now.
couldn't even wheel himself in the room.
I was no. It was like then I had pain and being friendly don't go together.
You look disgruntled in the corner.
I know. It's like, how would they even know the difference?
I was driving like this.
Lord. So, what do you got going on this week, sir?
Oh, I have training. I have 3 trainings this week. I'm doing my pre-foreclosure foreclosure listing class.
Okay.
Because there are a great many listings out there available that a lot of agents don't worry. And then I had a revelation,
Uh-oh.
an epiphany. It had nothing to do with Exodus in the Bible. Okay. So here was the epiphany. Okay. You're active. Dina's active, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer's active. A lot of people were active real estate professionals, right?
Yes, sir.
I broke it down this way. There are only 9,000 of 50,000 licensed realtors doing anything. That means the 9,000 have to service 3 million plus people. So what are you doing to get to those 3 million plus people?
Marketing.
So I'm spending my time building new classes based on that one fact, because there's not enough active participating business building agents generating money or business, because they say, oh, I have a license. So what else? I had a meeting in my office yesterday. Really nice lady. She's been licensed for like a year. And I went through my little exercise about name 10 people what they do.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, oh my God, I have a network.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of you agents out there, you have a network, but you are ignoring them.
Don't ignore your network.
Exactly.
Do not ignore your database.
Exactly. And it was just so funny. And I kept thinking about that. 9,000 realtors to service 3 million plus people.
Wow.
That's how crazy it is, because nobody is putting themselves on the front row like you guys are to facilitate opportunities, or better yet, creating opportunities.
And I mean, that's the biggest thing, though, is that, there are people out there who want to invest in real estate
Yes.
or who want to buy, who just believe that they can't.
Yeah.
So we're here to help you, educate you, and show you how you can do it.
Yeah. And, then the plethora of lazy realtors, oh my God, that's probably about 20,000 right there.
Well, we got a few of those in the brokerage.
You should, if you have a license, the whole thing is you went through the process of getting a license,
Exactly.
educating yourself to pass that test. You are in a very, very distinct group, a licensed real estate professional. How do you not utilize that to elevate your life?
I mean, I'm not of that mindset, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah.
Mine is that we're going to grow our real estate business and
Yes.
service our clients and make money along the way, of course, as well, because that's what we're all here to do.
Yes.
We're not social workers, but we're going to make sure that you have the knowledge to make informed decisions.
And that's the whole thing. And then like Dina, her philosophy and how she works, she's a caretaker. She lifts people up. She works with people to make things happen. But I'm seeing more and more in these classes. And Michelle has filmed some of the classes, and she sees the aha moments in the classes herself, where they're like, oh.
And part of getting yourself out there, and this might not be for everyone, but you might be doing another form of marketing, but the One Innovative Studios is available.
Yes.
And our Michelle or Stephen would be the ones to talk to, but you set yourself up. Do a little commercial for yourself that you can post that looks professional, that lets people know that you're out there. And I mean, you have to invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
And right now we actually do have our deal for promotional videos.
Yes.
30 to 60 seconds long for $95. You have your script ready, but they'll come in and help you record that and get that out for you.
Yeah, you have to realize the benefit of the position you're in. As I tell agents all the time, you're dream makers. You make dreams come true. For home ownership, selling a house, investing in real estate, you're dream makers.
Or
But if nobody knows
you're talking about the residential side, but
Yeah.
then also the commercial side.
Yes.
That gentleman who wants to start his own business,
Yeah.
or someone who's wanting a restaurant, you're helping facilitate that for
Yes,
them.
that's right. Be a dream maker. So we have those classes going on next week. We have, like I said, Grow with ELC program starting in March, which I'm really excited about that.
That's gonna be great.
Because I was, because the owner of MEC Mortgage Agency, I tell him all the time, I count your money every week, right? He says, yeah, why do you do that? Because I just want you to know.
I'll make
want
sure
that
you're
money.
sharing it.
Exactly. I want some of that money, okay? Let's be real clear. I have hungry teenagers. What you got going on this week?
This week we are working on some of the materials for the class on March 12th.
Okay.
We're currently got a client under contract that looks like we're going to be good and be able to order appraisal on.
Congratulations.
Marketing the 4 listings that we have with, or actually 5 listings, I'm sorry, with between Cedar Crossing and Deer Trails Estates. And there's a few other things that I don't have my task list up at the moment.
Right.
So
We got this $1 Million Circle Tuesday night for those who are members of the Greater Houston Builders Association.
It's already coming around this week?
It's the Fat Tuesday in February this year. That's why it's so early.
Oh.
Yeah. So, well, I'm supposed to be there because I'm on the board. But you see my excitement?
Yeah. Well, your back's still out. We may need to wheel you
Exactly, my
in.
back. Oh God.
God.
So, do we have any projects that we're working on?
So we've been evaluating different projects, but once again, we're acting as investors just as we're telling you guys to. So the numbers just haven't worked. So
Right.
we're going to keep looking and working through those different opportunities that come across our desk, whether that's for our own team or for our clients.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I want to give you a perfect example. Jennifer, I referred a client of mine who's done residential real estate for years over her for a commercial loan, right? And they want to do this build out, stuff like that. They signed a lease. This is where you guys would have came in and shut this whole thing. They signed a lease for an empty shell, $10,000 a month, and didn't have financing in place to complete the shell.
Oh,
Who thought that was a great idea? I have no idea.
why are you going to get a lease on a facility you can't build out?
Yeah.
You don't have the money to build it out, but you're going to sign a lease.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Or at least have approvals for the financing for that.
And these commercial landlords are not playing games with people. If you
No.
sign a lease, you're
You're
obligated to
in.
fulfill
You're
it.
in there. That's
Yeah.
right. So you have those kind of things that are really impacting bad decisions.
Correct.
Right? They're contributing to bad decisions because in their mind, we're going to get this money. You can't say that.
No.
You already have to have approvals in place before you're like, oh, let me sign this lease. I'm going to commit to $120,000 a year for the next 3 years, and I don't even have a place to build out or rent to make the money back.
And that's really going toward, we preach education.
Yeah.
We preach, trying to be thorough
Yes.
for our clients. And that's the reason why, you hear that from us every week.
Yeah. And he told me, he told her, he said, oh, I see why you're married to EL. And she says, what do you mean? Y'all are just alike. You talk crazy to people too.
It's not crazy. It's
true.
just honest.
It's just honesty. Remember I say when did the truth become a bad thing?
Exactly.
And she told her the truth. You are flushing $10,000 a month down the toilet. Literally.
She's looking out for that client.
That's right.
And it's important to get with a professional that's looking out for your best interest. Period.
So remember, like, subscribe, share, ding the notification bell that I was privileged to be introduced to today. Because my awareness fact about the notification bell was non-existent.
But we like when you hit it.
That's right.
Yes, we do. It's a wonderful thing.
It is.
It's a
And you
wonderful
get
thing.
some great content.
Yes, because our job is to educate and inspire. That's our job, and because we are committed to our job, this show is 22 years old in
Yes.
May.
Wow.
I thought it was April Fool's.
No, Well, it is April Fool. I was thinking about my brother's birthday in May.
April Fool's, sir.
April,
You
that's
know
right.
his
April
mind
was
is bad.
Oh, mine goes bad. April 1st, that's right. My brother's May 1st. Okay, we done. Bye. Tell the people bye, people.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.